Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
On the campus of Fordham University, CHSAA AA Quarterfinals. Christ the King Royals and the Monsignor Scanlan Crusaders. I'd like to thank our sponsor for today's contest, Maspeth Federal Savings. And good evening, folks, and welcome. He is Andrew Deloya, Zach Weiss with you. Andrew, we've got some AA quarterfinals, 2 exciting games to start, and we got 2 more great ones, starting with Scanlan now leading the charge against Christ the King.
A chance to go to the Final Four in the intersectional, the campus, Rose Hill Gymnasium. What a great place to be on a Sunday. 2 teams ready to go at each other.
And certainly, it's been a lot of fun. We've seen some great ball today, a couple of very close games as we take a look at our updated bracket. We saw Holy Cross knock off St. Raymond by 3 in an early battle best, putting up a game-high 23. And then just moments ago, we saw the conclusion of the victory for Stepanak over Iona Prep with a very balanced attack.
Yeah, Stepanak had a balanced attack in that one with Dylan Perry, 16, Hassan Karesi, 21, Ratliff, 20. And then, obviously, their coaches settled in to scout and see what's coming up next in the bracket.
It certainly should be funny. And we got 2 more games. And, of course, we start off with Monsignor Scanlan with some guys to watch. A team that's hoping to get it done. They have a losing record on the year, but will certainly be ready to make some noise, led by these 2.
Yeah, this time of year, records mean nothing. I mean, you look at what Holy Cross has done, but these guys are exciting players. Javon Webb was out injured early in the year. 17 points a game, season high 24. Offers out there from Manhattan, Hofstra, LaSalle, and others. Exciting player. Then Anthony Venson, an impact player, averaging 11. He's a hard worker, a little bit of a sleeper, still growing, high academic kid, but nonetheless, when you put these 2 guys on the court, they make it difficult for anyone.
And we go from Scanlan to the other side with the Christ the King Royals, led by 18th year man Joe Arbitello. They started 7-0. They're sitting at 18-9. And of course, any conversation with these guys is going to start with Johnny Magna and Philip Runjo.
Yeah, Johnny Magna, the LaSalle commit. He does a little bit of everything for this team. He's been Mr. Consistency all year long. And then Philip Runjo has come on late. The big man, the 6'11" man out of Serbia, drawn some college interest, and deservedly so with his performances in the last 2 games. Coach Arbitello is very high on how Philip Runjo is playing right now.
And so, folks, when we return, we're going to have starting lineups and tip-off here inside the Fordham Gym, watching on Varsity Media.
Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
folks. Welcome back for us. Before we get started, Andrew, we talked to both coaches. They had some great words to say as we get our keys to today's contest.
In speaking with Coach Mitchell, he wants to contain the explosive guards of Christ the King, keep them out of the paint, and then stay connected on offense and defense. A lot of that involves communication, which he's been on his guys all year long about. And then manage the runs in a big-time atmosphere. 4 or 6 points, that's okay, but when a team gets to 8 or 10, they have to manage that and make sure they're coming back. For Coach Arbitello's squad, they need to get back on defense, match the physicality of Scanlan, box out, rebound, and then limit turnovers. Coach Mitchell has his team ready. Coach Arbitello has his team ready. It's going to be exciting, Zach.
It absolutely will, Andrew. Now, when we return on the Varsity Media Sports Network, we've got starters and tip-off. Stay tuned.
Hey parents, coaches, and players. Ever wonder what makes Varsity Media stand out as the tri-state leader in sports live streaming and videography?
If you're looking to optimize your sporting event, look no further than Varsity Media's coverage. Since working with them over the course of the past 4 years through the Elite 5 New York City Football Showcase, their coverage has helped take us to the top.
Varsity Media does an unbelievable job in terms of the broadcast, backgrounds on kids, do a great job of exposure from top to bottom. I couldn't really say anything negative. It's been a great couple of years that we've been working together, and it's just fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you, the fact that you guys are here has helped grow it, really. I mean, Varsity Media's been a good partner with us now for the last couple of years. That brings this game to a much broader audience.
The level of detail and that you go to, I mean, obviously the announcers, the camera angles, the slow motions, I mean, you feel like it's being covered by, ESPN.
If you'd like to book with Varsity Media, reach out at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is 75,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
Now is a great time to book a sportscast with Varsity Media. What sets our sportscast apart isn't just the quality of our production, it's the knowledge, passion, and professionalism that our announcers bring to every game.
It's Merrill. Oh, look at a fake by Merrill. There's the spin again. Gary Merrill is not human. Touchdown, St. Anthony. Profeta! 1-0, Garden City.
Our commentators research athletes and highlight storylines that matter to your communities. Our approach creates a broadcast experience that not only informs, but elevates the athletes, giving the kind of recognition usually reserved for professional levels. Varsity Media's announcers make sure that every athlete has their moment. So book a Varsity Media sportscast today, and let's get your team the recognition it deserves.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media at Varsity Media.
Keep Varsity Media's broadcasts free on YouTube by considering an advertising sponsorship. Our coverage of local games helps local businesses get visibility in the community. To learn more about our sponsorship packages and rates, email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Welcome back, folks, inside the Rose Hill Gym on the campus of Fordham University. Zach Weiss, Andrew Deloya, 2 games in the books, 2 left to go. We got Christ the King and Monsignor Scanlan, what promises to be a very exciting one. We got Coach Keys and Andrew. Before we get into starters, we're certainly going to see some good basketball here today.
Yeah, their college coaches are in the building. I sat with Coach Maspeth from Fordham University. He was very excited to see his guy Hassan Karesi performed for Stepanak. And great venue for a college coach because you could sit and just see multiple teams with talent.
As we now meet the starters for the Monsignor Scanlan Crusaders. In the backcourt, they're going to 3-guard look. Jamel Jordan, Heathrow Healings Hawkins, and Anthony Venzen, and Issa Sawadogo, and Javon Webb. Certainly a very talented and big front court, Andrew.
They can get you in a lot of different ways, and they're peaking at the right time of the year. Poses a lot of challenges for Coach Arbitello's squad. And Coach Mitchell has done an excellent job with this group.
Certainly has, the 1978 graduate of Al Brown. Very solid lineup. And you got NCAA talent there, which we'll talk about throughout the contest. A couple players have gotten looks. No official commitments just yet. And then we go to the other side, the Christ the King Royals, an 18-9 record on the season. Very talented 3-guard set. They're all averaging north of 15.5 points per game. Johnny Magna, Aaron Ellis, and Skylar Ragu. And up front, Makai Briscoe and our feature player, Philip Runjo.
Yeah, Christ the King has done such a nice job with their guard play. And with the emergence of Philip Runjo, it just makes them all the more dangerous.
And having a guy that size, I think will certainly give them a nice opportunity to dump the ball in low, take their time, and really get into their sets.
Well, what he's done of late is he's been taking his time inside and finishing around the basket. But defensively, Zach, what he does, he alters a lot of shots, and he rebounds, he cleans up the boards, and he starts the break. And he's playing with more confidence, which is really the most important thing.
And also had a recent game where he knocked down 3 triples, able to kind of prove that not only can you do it inside, but in the modern game, if you're a big man, as led by 18th year man Joe Arbitello, they can knock it down from deep.
Yeah, no, that's an important point you bring up. As a college coach, you see a guy who's 6'10", stepping out and banging threes. It excites you, and who knows, some of these guys could pick up offers today.
They absolutely can. Again, there are a few. We'll get to it as we go. Christ the King and Monsignor Scanlan. You know, when we talked to Dwayne Mitchell, asked him, you know, player stories, what do you want to really get into? And he said the main thing is this is the first time he has his full complement of players available. You know, it's been tough. Some guys kept down, some stepped up from JV, and they finally have their full squad now when it matters most on the big stage.
You could tell he's excited, and as a coach, this is what you want. You want to put your best foot forward on a big stage like Fordham this time of year. March Madness begins.
It certainly does. Today is, of course, March 1st. The Division III now all done with their games. D1, we got a couple weeks till we see the bracket. Division II, 1 week before D1. Of course, here in the AA quarters, we're going to have the semis on Wednesday, the final next Sunday, right back here at Fordham.
And covered by the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Absolutely. Where else would you want to watch the game? Oh, Philip Runjo will jump center with Javon Webb. Scanlan wins it quickly, and they got 2 very quick points with Vincent. Does not take long.
Impact player making an impact 5 seconds in.
11 points per game on the year. Yale has shown interest in him. Runjo's pass intercepted by Webb, showing off the good hands. Scanlan will look to push.
One of Coach Arbitello's concerns was turnovers. So on the first possession of the game, you know, he wants them to get rid of those jitters so they don't turn the ball over and give Scanlan a chance to motivate offensively.
Inside look and an easy lay for Sawadogo. 2 buckets inside the first minute.
That was a great look by Healings to his partner, Sawadogo. Great catch, great finish. Old school, pick and roll, John Stockton, Karl Malone style.
You talk about that size coming in handy early. A couple of bigs in that front court.
Nice little screen, the screener action.
Couldn't knock down the 3. They finally get that first look with Ellis. Webb looking to take it all the way through contact. Runjo able to deny. Transition opportunity for the Royals. Contact and the foul. Jamel Jordan Excuse me, Skylar Ragu putting it up and in.
Well, it looked like a Jordan move. I could see why. It looked like an MJ move. You see here, Skylar Ragu gets out in transition. Johnny Magna, zero hesitation, getting it to his partner. Ragu with the Euro step, absorbs the contact and the finish, picking up right where he left off in the championship game against Holy Cross, where he was the varsity media player of the game.
Certainly an award he may have a chance to take home again if the team is able to make a run. He'd be a big part of that, certainly. Foul line J is good for Hawkins Healings, making it 6-3.
The junior averaging 10 points a game. You saw his ability on the pull-up jumper on that one.
Trying to get into their set. Nice defense from Scanlan. The three is up. No good, and the extra bounce off the rim enables the Scanlan rebound. Webb, look at the speed at that height. Nice feed inside, no. And is grabbed by Briscoe.
Sawadogo just couldn't finish on the pass from Webb.
Settle in, neither team really taking their time. It's been quick shots. That three is an air ball by Ellis, who's now 0 for 2. Euro inside contact, no call. Nice defense. We'll stay here with nearly a full shot clock.
I thought the officials did a tremendous job not calling a foul on that. They let the play out. The officials on today's contest are Anthony Carnaccio, Arthur Lee, and Mike Sessions.
Three guys you'll see reffing at all levels of New York basketball, D1, D2, D3 in the high school circuit. Nice steal, turn, finesse, missed layup, collision. Oh boy, if they don't score here, it's a tough miss. Ends up as a jump ball, it should stay. Got to get a clean look in an opportunity like that.
Yeah, good job defensively by Christ the King. Active hands creating that fast break, and Coach Arbitello wishes they converted, to your point.
Inbounds pass to Runjo. He's 6'11". That is the easiest bucket he'll have today. Nice inbound set, and it's now 6-5.
Yeah, Christ the King does such a good job with their baseline out-of-bounds sets. That's a tribute to Coach Arbitello and his experience and his practice planning, and that comes into play this time of year. It's almost like special teams in football when you can pick up a couple extra buckets on those plays.
Webb can't get it to go. Nice hezzy by Ragu. Not quite. You thought we were about to see something there.
That was an unbelievable shot fake by Ragu. And I did think he was going to punch it on that one.
I really expected
Watch this. Watch the shot fake. The defender, Venzen, turned around, thought he shot the basketball.
As Runjo on the catch, can't get it to go. Sawadogo using his big frame to grab. Scanlan, outlet. That's Ragu coming away with a steal. Magna, pretty look, could not get it to go. The future LaSalle player looking for, off the backboard, Ragu, two-way stud.
When you see a sophomore do that, block a shot off the backboard, and you know they can score.
Getting an offensive foul. Webb rips it free. Webb rips into his man, Makai Briscoe, able to take the charge. Physical start.
Yeah, it's physical. You can see there's a lot of adrenaline. They're excited. They're on a big stage. They're on a college court. And it's always interesting to see how teams settle in. Right now, there's not a lot of damage being done either way. It's a 6-5 ball game, 4 minutes in.
So Henry Collado is not somebody who's expected to get a ton of run, has entered for Scanlan along with 12 per game scorer, Akeem McLaren. Three is up, not quite. Hawkins Healings could not find anything there.
Luckily for Scanlan, this gym is not packed with college students yelling air ball on that one. It's a much more reserved adult crowd here today at Fordham University taking in this ball game.
Certainly something you got to be wary of if you shoot and it doesn't hit on anything. Someone will say something, but a very respectful crowd. You love to see that. And get a reach-in foul on Collado. That's the third combined foul we've had in the first 4 minutes of this ball game. Collado picks it up. Full clock on the inbound.
I think there may be blood on Runjo's arm, so the training staff will take a look at him, tape him up, clean him up, and get him back out there.
We always hope, especially when you go to the training staff, right, Andrew, you get it done quick enough so you don't have to sub him out for a possession, which actually is exactly what they're going to do. Ethan Fordham, who's got the right name to be playing here today, is his father, Sharif, a St. John's guy, someone that they had some great things to say about, and we'll get an early look as Runjo gets cleaned up and a quick break.
Ethan Fordham at Fordham University.
Tight handles there from Ellis, but nice defense poked free by Hawkins Healings. And that versatility on the defensive end. Just over halfway through this opening frame. Winners of game 1 and 2 today, or rather of our 2 games, games 3 and 4 will play each other Wednesday. Ragu to the cup, float, bucket. He's got 5 to lead all scorers.
He's playing at a different level right now. 17 points a game. The sophomore out of Valley Stream. And he's a really highly efficient player, shooting almost 50% on the year and over 40% from 3.
That's a guy that you leave him open, you're going to pay. Even if you guard him, you might pay, but you do what you can.
Exactly.
So we do get a blocking foul on Fordham there, and the 3 off the inbound, no good. Webb, board, and a reset. Collado has the size, going to try and get this inside, whips it around. Tough angle. Jordan couldn't bank it. Other way, Ragu. He does a lot, but asking him to run one of the fastest 40 times, as players are starting to do this time of year, be a tall task.
Deion Sanders in his heyday could not have tracked down that pass.
Another substitution as Cameron Tull, averaging about 3 a game for Scanlan. Or rather, for Scanlan, excuse me, is going to make his appearance.
Yeah, Coach Mitchell really likes Cameron Tull. You know, he said small guys can do things really special, whether they're fast or able to get steals and disrupt the game, and that's just what Cameron Tull does.
And getting the bounce on the 3.
Akeem McLaren.
12 a game brings a lot to the table for them. Again, finally got the full complement. He's able to show his range. 9-7 lead for Scanlan.
Yeah, McLaren had a game in the BABC Holiday Classic where he scored 22 points. He was actually the player of the game. In an overtime win over Archbishop Rummel.
Quick spell for Venzen, who now comes in to replace Jordan. Collado, Tull, and Fordham are 3 reserves that have gotten off the bench.
And nice to see Runjo back in.
Yeah, nice quick spell. Definitely see Ethan Fordham again picks up a foul in his first stint of duty. You get a foul before the pass. There are no, at this level, there are no free throws for that violation. It's another inbound.
Yeah. When the foul count gets to 5, teams will shoot 2 free throws. As of a couple years ago, the old 7 foul 1-and-1 rule went out.
Bounds it right to Ragu.
Sorry, I thought they had Runjo open on that baseline out of bounds play. They got it to him inside now. See what he does. See that patience we talked about?
6'11 versus 6'6. Gonna get a kick ball after the fact, as McLaren ended up in the lap of Briscoe.
Ragu leading the way for Christ the King with an early 5 points on 2 of 6 shooting.
Just over halfway through this clock. Either team has really taken their time, 12 and 11 shots respectively. Single digits now, Runjo, handoff, Ragu down to 5. They're gonna get a jump ball, and it's going the other way. Fantastic job defensively, as Benjamin Marsagi, second off the bench for Christ the King.
Yeah, the 6'2" senior out of Middle Village. He averages 4 points a game, but he's a really tough kid. He's physical. He does a lot of the dirty work for Coach Arbitello.
Both these teams love to bring their guards off the bench, take those top defensive matchups and spell those starters. Nice fake by Collado. Tough shot. Couldn't get the bounce. Runjo almost tipped it into the wrong basket, and it is pulled down by Johnny Magna. Minute 25 here in the opening quarter. Kick out to Ragu. He's not shy. Tough floater over Webb. No. Briscoe board. draws the foul. That'll be the fourth team foul here.
It just feels like they've taken the ball baseline out of bounds an excessive amount of times in this first quarter, doesn't it?
They certainly have, and that's why you draw up plays. You're ready for any situation. Who's going to take it out, who you're going to find. Like right here, you got Ragu behind the screen, and the defense actually gets there. But those are the things you work on. We talked to Joe Arbitello, or rather Joe Loads for our next game. He doesn't even bring the clipboard anymore. They have all the plays set. There's Runjo inside. How about the defense? They are going to call a foul on Toe, but we'll see just what a good effort that was defensively.
Yeah, the next game's going to be an exciting matchup. Here you see Runjo, nice high pass by Johnny Magna. Runjo got hit pretty hard, so couldn't finish. But Magna's just so unselfish. He's the quarterback of this team. He knows when guys are hot. He knows how to get the ball in the right people's hands in the right spots, and that means a lot for Coach Arbitello to have a coach on the floor like that. Division I commit as a junior.
And you know what'll be interesting is LaSalle, not only did they already, the offer came into Magna, he's there. Aaron Ellis and Skylar Ragu have also spoken. You know, we had a great chat with Coach about LaSalle, and you come to watch one, everyone impresses, and it's hard not to want them all.
It happens so often in college basketball where coaches are out and about looking at one player and then they see someone else. And that's why it's so important for these young guys to always have positive body language, to always compete at a high level, show good sportsmanship, and do all the right things, because you never know who's watching.
Finally cleaned up by Javon Webb. Long possession, a lot of looks inside. Shot clock, game clock even. We'll see if they slow it down as Scanlan sends 2 to the table. They are going to take their time.
You know, we talk about recruitment. There was no better evaluator of talent in America than Tom Konchalski, who we'll speak about a little bit on the broadcast later. But those are the things he looked for. Not only did he look for athleticism, ability to score, he looked at body language. He looked at coachability and all the things that sometimes are undervalued but mean something to college coaches.
And there are a lot of times it's the time you're not in the game, how you're, as we'll get back to that in a second. Nice steal, transition, Baker's good. Heathrow putting it through, 10 seconds to go in the frame. Now a 5-point lead. Magna, Runjo, 4-3-2, gonna have to get something. Magna off one leg. Won't go, a 13-8 advantage after 1 quarter. As we get one more look.
Yeah, you see here the pick and roll action. Just a great job by Sourdoga cutting to the basket, and his partner found him.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Fans, we remind you that you can join us for Midtown Madness, a celebration of basketball honoring the life and enduring legacy of Tom Konchalski. Saturday, March 21st, 11 a.m., Bryant Park Grill in Manhattan. Enjoy a classic brunch and unforgettable afternoon with award recipients, including Knicks star Allen Houston, as we embrace the values that define the game. Scan the QR code for tickets or visit tomk.foundation. The Tom Konchalski Foundation, honoring basketball's past and inspiring its future.
Tom Konchalski was one of the classiest men in basketball. One of the special things about him was everywhere he went, he made a point to learn someone's name, and he never forgot a name. And I'll never forget my relationship with him. He actually came to my gym at Northport High School when I was coaching, and he evaluated one of my players, Luke Petrosic, who ended up going on to Columbia. And Tom Konchalski always cared more about who he was speaking to and than about himself. And I'm so happy that there's a foundation and that they're honoring one of the best.
And March 21st, 11 a.m., Bryant Park Grill. Be a great time and nice way to honor the legends. Lifetime of basketball achievement. Love to see that. We're going to reach and foul on Briscoe. It'll be his second. See how they manage that. Benson has 2 on the other side. That's why he only got 3 minutes in the first quarter, why McLaren came in so early. As Jaden Finnegan has made his first appearance, transfer from Earl Monroe Renaissance. Rocking the number 23 in the very nicely colored Scanlan jerseys. Take their time. To the zone look. Tough shot, getting it up and one. Cameron Tull off the bench and into the highlight reel, Andrew.
Yeah, he did a really nice job. You'll see here, set it up with a slow lefty dribble. Nice crossover, gets in the paint, absorbs the contact, puts it high and soft off the glass, and one chance to get 3 points the old-fashioned way.
A nice visit to Buckets R Us. Absolutely still operating. Shoot one more for the three. It's the first bench points for either team. All right, take the bounce. It's in play. That'll count, 16-8.
And that favorable bounce put him over his season average. He was averaging 2.6 a game. He's at 3.
Nice job by Tull. Bench points are going to be important. You might not get a ton either way, but any contributions, any way to spell these starters, overcoming the Venzen foul trouble, huge.
How about this? Cameron Tull, 3 points in 4 minutes.
Now get an offensive foul on Ellis. That is his second. He joins Briscoe in the 2-foul club. Not a membership these guys wanted so early, but you have to play with the cards you're dealt.
Yeah, Coach, Mr. Official Mike Sessions was right on that one. Scanlan's off to a good start here. They're running really good offense. They're playing tough defense, and that's a good formula when you're going against the Royals.
Tull's guarded by Magna at the top, showing the handles. Couldn't get it to go. Runjo can't hold on to the ball. Magna up ahead, Aaron Ellis. 16-10, they needed that from him, his first field goal.
Yeah, that was a big bucket. And it all starts with Runjo getting his hands on the rebound and starting the break.
Ellis offers from Manhattan, Florida A&M, and LaSalle. 3 is up on the other end. Off, but they do grab the O board. And the reset was McLaren, who's now 1 for 3.
Christ the King has such a rich history of successful college basketball players that it just makes sense if you're a college coach to see what they have on their roster every year.
Ellis will get continuation. Going to get a couple of free throws. Dwayne Mitchell does not agree with that one, but shoot 2.
There aren't too many schools that can say that they've had 6 McDonald's All-Americans, that they've won 13 Brooklyn Queens championships, 10 AA and 4 Feds. It's an unbelievable history. And you have all the players in the NBA too, Zach.
That's right, and certainly those that don't see them in high school then find them in the NBA. You want to learn everything. Where'd they go to college? You come right back to the Rabbit Hole. You come right back to the Varsity Media Sports Network watching I remember where I was watching the AA playoffs when we first saw them, followed them. And for some people getting into the pro game, you find your favorite teams based on your favorite players at this level. You follow them up, you got a fan for life.
Yeah, and it's really special for Coach Arbitell. Nice pass.
Beautiful pass from Webb.
And McLaren with the finish. Yeah, and Coach Arbitell, the relationship he has with Jose Alvarado and CHSAA, they're in touch. They're on the phone. They're congratulating him after the wins.
Yep.
It's really, really special.
Seeing Alvarado as a Knick now, and he was at their senior night this year. There's a nice finish the other way by Ragu. And what's interesting, we talked about the Grand Theft Alvarado move. He said it'll never work at the next level. And then he's like, oh yeah, well as soon as he gets Chris Paul, he's never going to hear the end of it.
Yeah, Jose Alvarado with a big steal on Chris Paul, and Coach Arbitello admitted, okay, you can do that at the next level.
You absolutely can. Done a great job in New York as you get a bucket on one end, followed by a travel. Now the Royals cut it to 5. Going to look for another bucket. Pushes Ragu to a game-high 7. He's taken 8 shots to get there. Just over half the team's looks, 8 out of 15.
Yeah, and Magna's been quiet in terms of point totals, but he's doing such a nice job distributing the ball, and he's waiting for his moment to score when it arises.
Oh, Briscoe with a Euro lefty float game. Beautiful, making it 18-15 and taking us into a timeout. Be a 30 What a nice bucket there, Andrew, as they've gotten a couple in a row, making things tight in the first half.
Yeah, Briscoe it was a little bit of a Euro step you see here. You know, they're moving the ball on offense. And you'll see when he gets the ball here, nice spin, a little bit of a Euro into a runner, and nice soft touch with the left.
Such a fluid game for him. Not a guy who's going to score a ton of points at just under 4 a night, but he does so many things for your team on both sides of the ball. When you look back at Scanlan heading into this year, so go back to 22-23, 10-16, 17 wins in the 23-24, falling in the quarterfinal. Last year, 12-15. This year at 13-14. They have struggled in the tournament in recent years, but their early play so far tells us that this could be a different story.
And they're at full strength, health-wise, and they're peaking. So it's not an easy matchup for Christ the King. Records get thrown out the window this time of year.
And being able to go 9 deep now that they are at full strength, not something many teams can do confidently and have the lead at this juncture of a ball game in the playoffs. Webb catch, Webb shoot. Webb misses the 3, follows it, gets the save behind the back move. No call, good defense. Whipped ahead to Ragu. Doesn't need a great 40 time to track this one. Spinorama rejected the other way. Good stuff by Venzen.
I thought Coach Mitchell was going to intercept the outlet pass. He was out on the floor.
We'll see.
You see here, right here, I thought Coach Mitchell was going to steal it and launch a deep 3.
It was close. Carmelo's going to take the shot. Not that time. Not that time.
Coach Mitchell does such a good job with this program. He's just an excellent coach. He's assisted by Damon Brown, Chris Altieri, Chris Florentino. As you see, Runjo attempt a lefty layup. And his associate head coach, Bevan Robin, just brings so much to the table. They've shared so much success at the coaching levels.
$15 to shoot here for Scanlan. Benson getting into the set. Got a couple defenders in that zone. Jordan able to make the catch. Up to Webb. Single-digit clock. Webb for 3. Good. And Runjo grabs it.
I think when Coach Arbitello looks back at the film on that, he'll look at that zone and just wish his guys had their hands up. They were a little bit more active. They were fortunate that Scanlan didn't get a better shot on that possession, but it was not the most active zone.
And Webb now 1 for 6. Healings 2 for 7. Runjo inside, travel. It's his 3rd turnover. He's 1 for 3, 3 points, 2 rebounds. Christ the King, 6 of 18 from the floor. Scanlan 8 for 25. Forcing 4 more turnovers, allowing for a few extra shots, although just 2 and 3 second chance points respectively.
And we talked about the college three-point line.
And there's a nice bucket from Sawadogo, 2015.
We talked about the college three-point line, and if you look at the numbers so far, both teams combined 1 of 12 from 3. A lot of times they seek out the wrong line. There you see Magna, he found the right line, and look what happened.
That's the Magna finish line right there. 3 points, 3 boards, 4 assists, and a blocked shot. Complete play. Certainly, and he does bring them back within 2.
Good job by Magna stepping into 19 feet 9 inches, the appropriate high school three-point line, and taking advantage. It was backspin follow through rotation on that one. See the zone, how their hands aren't up, and that's what happens.
Yeah, back-to-back threes. It's a good time to be wearing number 1 if you want to shoot a 3. Each team with their number 1 knocking in a triple, making it 23-18.
And defensively, you got to get a hand up.
A lot of space. You see one going for once, and you're like, oh, cool, that looks fun, but then you give him the bucket. Jordan in traffic. See what that's going to be called, a blocking foul. Sideline out of bounds.
I think it was a no call on that.
The ball just went straight out. Bang, bang play. You see McLaren check back in. You want to protect Venzen with those 2 fouls. Scanlan currently up 5.
Nice play.
And up and in for Healings. Now with a game-high 9, right around his season average.
McLaren checked in, took the ball out of bounds on the baseline, made a great read on the switch, and found his partner.
Those instant impact guys, you know, certainly for McLaren, he had played majority of this half off the bench, but coming back in fresh. At their largest lead of the quarter, and they led by 8 in the first, up 7 now. Ragu Couple fakes, kick to Ellis, playing with a few. Blocked. Saladogo, brick wall. Transition opportunity for Healings. No good, a lot of contact. They'll let him go. Now a jump ball situation. It will stay with Christ the King as Fordham will check in for his third line of duty.
Ethan Fordham back in the game for Christ the King. You mentioned earlier his father played at St. John's. St. John's with a huge win over Villanova last night. Keeps them in the mix for the regular season title.
Magna getting it blocked. Good defense once again. That's McLaren. Webb all the way to the cup, loose headbands and all.
That's what excites the college coaches, his ability to finish in transition. He's an explosive scorer, Zach.
And now Andrew, largest lead of the half, 27-18. It's a 7-0 run spanning 2 minutes. Up to 40% from the field, holding their opponents, just 33%.
Yeah, for Christ the King, you want to cut into this deficit before the half, and that's the way. Ooh, nice job by Magna on the rebound.
Oh, blocked by Webb. Up into Javon's Webb. He'll take it the other way through the contact. Offensive foul. And that will be number 1.
Yeah, you saw Webb's ability to block shots on one end, his speed in transition. On that one, I thought he should have gone to a pull-up jumper to avoid the charge. And good job by Christ the King to absorb the contact. That's the type of play that can make a difference in a game like this. And now it's an important time for Christ the King to get a good possession.
And certainly on the other end of that is a scout college coach who loves seeing guys that'll take that charge. As Ragu misses the 3, Runjo just taps it to himself. Ragu gets it right back. Ellis will try the 3. Fordham battling. Webb collects. That's his 9th board. Outlet pass. Jordan. Euro to the cup. 29-18. What a half.
Yeah, Scanlan's really clicking on all cylinders. That was an unfortunate break for Christ the King. Both of their guys went for the rebound. Kind of fumbled it, and Scanlan took advantage.
Magna can't get it. They won't get a shot. 29-18 halftime advantage, Andrew, for Monsignor Scanlan. Very impressive play.
Yeah, you see here Webb with his ability to finish with the left hand. Just really, really good half for him. The miss by Runjo. Magna attempts Webb with the block. Goes in transition. And Scanlan with a 29-18 advantage at the break.
And we've got more basketball when we return on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching Varsity Media, New York's high school sports network.
Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
You've seen the dedication, the long hours, the early mornings, the sacrifice. You know your athlete has what it takes, but how do you make sure the right people see it? The recruiting process isn't easy. Coaches are flooded with highlights. But how do you stand out in the crowd? At Varsity Media, we specialize in creating game-changing ISO videos, high-definition, athlete-focused footage that highlights exactly what college recruiters want to see. With our up-close ISO video, we capture your athlete's key moments. No more wide angles showing other players. This is just your athlete's pure, raw talent. This is more than a video. This is the opportunity your athlete deserves. Give your athlete the edge they need. Make the right impression with Varsity Media's ISO video service. The future starts now.
For the latest news in high school sports, be sure to check out varsitymedia.net or follow us on social media at Varsity Media.
Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Now is a great time to book a sportscast with Varsity Media. What sets our sportscast apart isn't just the quality of our production, it's the knowledge, passion, and professionalism that our announcers bring to every game.
It's Merrill. Oh, look at a fake by Merrill. There's the spin again. Gary Merrill is not human. Touchdown, St. Anthony. Profeta! 1-0, Garden City.
Our commentators research athletes and highlight storylines that matter to your communities. Our approach creates a broadcast experience that not only informs, but elevates the athletes, giving the kind of recognition usually reserved for professional levels. Varsity Media's announcers make sure that every athlete has their moment. So book a Varsity Media sportscast today, and let's get your team the recognition it deserves.
Hey parents, coaches, and players, ever wonder what makes Varsity Media stand out as the tri-state leader in sports live streaming and videography?
If you're looking to optimize your sporting event, look no further than Varsity Media's coverage. Since working with them over the course of the past 4 years through the Elite 5 New York City Football Showcase, their coverage has helped take us to the top.
Varsity Media does an unbelievable job in terms of the broadcast, backgrounds on kids, do a great job of exposure from top to bottom. I couldn't really say anything negative. It's been a great couple of years that we've been working together, and it's just fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you, the fact that you guys are here has helped grow it, really. I mean, Varsity Media's been a good partner with us now for the last couple of years. That brings this game to a much broader audience.
The level of detail and that you go to, I mean, obviously the announcers, the camera angles, the slow motions, I mean, you feel like it's being covered by, ESPN.
If you'd like to book with Varsity Media, reach out at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media @Varsity Media.
You've seen the dedication, the long hours, the early mornings, the sacrifice. You know your athlete has what it takes, but how do you make sure the right people see it? The recruiting process isn't easy. Coaches are flooded with highlights, but how do you stand out in the crowd? At Varsity Media, we specialize in creating game-changing ISO videos, high-definition, athlete-focused footage that highlights exactly what college recruiters want to see. With our up-close ISO video, we capture your athlete's key moments. No more wide angles showing other players. This is just your athlete's pure, raw talent. This is more than a video. This is the opportunity your athlete deserves. Give your athlete the edge they need. Make the right impression with Varsity Media's ISO video service. The future starts now.
Welcome back, folks. Zach Weiss, Andrew Deloya, very exciting first half. Sees a 29-18 advantage for Monsignor Scanlan over Christ the King.
Christ the King is going to have to pick up their defensive intensity in the second half.
Yeah, but of course, Saturday, March 21st at 11 a.m., the Bryant Park Grill will be honoring the great Tom Konchalski with a classic buffet luncheon with various award recipients, including Nick Star Allen Houston. And as you alluded to earlier, Andrew, just somebody that loved the game, really wanted to grow the game, and he absolutely, figure out who put in the most work, and at anyone's list, anybody you ask, it is absolutely Tom Konchalski right at the top.
And anyone in the basketball world, especially in the metropolitan area, has a Tom story that they could share, and it always comes back to his human nature of being kind to people, just being excellent at his craft. No one knew more about the game than he did. His analysis was unbelievable, and he was just one of the most kind and trustworthy people you will ever come into contact to. The game needs more Tom Konchalskis.
And if you want to learn more about the event, you can scan the QR code for tickets or visit tomk.foundation. As we look back at what was a very exciting first half, certainly great stuff from Monsignor Scanlan. 29-18 certainly stands out above all else.
Yeah, pretty even on the rebound stage of the game. The assists, points in the paint goes to Scanlan, and then the turnovers. That was one of Coach Arbitello's keys to the game, and look where they are. They're at 9. That's really what you want your total game turnovers to be at. And field goal percentage, Christ the King needs to get hot. They need to get easier baskets, and that needs to start on their defense. I don't think their defense has been nearly as active enough as it needs to be.
And you look at the foul situation. Ellis and Briscoe with 2 for Christ the King, 2 for Vincent on the other side. How important is it for these guys to avoid picking up any fouls in this quarter so they feel like they can play their full style of physical, aggressive defense in that fourth quarter?
Yeah, officiating does come into play in games like this. I think the officials have done an excellent job. The standard has been set. They know what they need to do to not pick up foul calls. And now it just comes down to playing the game and not thinking about it and letting your instincts take over.
And look at some of the top performers of the first half, though. He was just 3 of 10 overall. An aggressive Skylar Ragu, 7 points, 2 boards, 2 steals. 4 boards, 4 assists for Magna on the other side. 9, 3, and 3 for Healings. 9 boards, 3 assists. A mammoth block for Webb, and Sawadogo 4 and 5 with a pair of denials.
First 4 minutes of this quarter are essential for Christ the King. They need to change the flow of the game.
Team that's had no, as the 3 is off, they've had no struggle to win titles in the league. I mentioned 10 times. The double-A, 3 is up, second chance, still no, Venzen fighting. Runjo can't collect. Healings to Webb, went to go up, ball fell out of his hand. That's an important part of scoring, is keeping the ball. Venzen changing hands in midair, missed it. 4th opportunity and 1, Sawadogo looking for 3.
Yeah, Scanlan is just going after a little bit more. You see here, they pick up the loose ball. The runner by Venson. The rebound by Sawadoga, and 1. It almost looks like Christ the King is just a little bit slow to the ball.
Largest lead of the day, 31-18, make it 32-18. They haven't been on the line much, but they are a perfect 2 for 2. These teams did not meet in the regular season. First time getting together. Foul down low, jockeying for position. That's 3 on Venzen. We talked about the importance of avoiding fouls.
Yeah, that's a big one. One of the 2 impact players for Scanlan with 3 early in the third. And you called that one, Zach.
And I do have a full clock here, but down 14. They'll take their time. Venzen, of course, going to try to avoid any more fouls. It rolls right to Ragu. 3 ball. And that one is incomplete. 2nd and 10 going the other way. Turnover on downs, excuse me. First down going the other way. 2nd down if they're still on offense. Now they get it under the basket because it didn't touch anybody.
Exactly. It's double whammy. You know, Christ the King hits a 3, and now they get the ball baseline out of bounds. And those are the type of scenarios that can change the tempo and flow of a game if Christ the King can convert here.
Runjo will hook, and that's 5 quick points. You gotta love that if you're Joe Arbitzello after falling behind by 14. No panic, 5 quick ones in about 20 seconds.
Yeah, you could see they're picking up the defensive pressure a little bit, trying to speed Scanlan up.
Out of bounds, trying to force a jump was Briscoe. Strong defensive effort from Johnny Magna.
Yeah, Mekhi Briscoe is his ability to guard the ball, and he really did a good job in that championship game on Peyton Wilson from Holy Cross, who Coach Arbitello thinks is a big-time Division I recruit.
Briscoe guarding Webb. Coach Mitchell saying, slow it down, get into our set, but slow it down. We have the lead, they're making a run. Let's make them defend for 35 seconds. Clock ticking, Jordan, 5-4, tries the 3. Yes, sir! 35-23.
That was a big-time pull-up jumper.
And now a turnover, all the points they gave up coming right back. It's giveaway number 10 for the Royals. Being able to protect the rock. Webb will kick it for Venzen. Still in with the 3 fouls. Feels the contact. Sawadogo. They answer with their own 5-0 run. The lead back at 14. Bad inbounds pass. Fortunate they missed, but they can't collect the loose change. No sigh of relief yet. And now a foul. We'll see if that's Ellis's 3rd. It is. Oh boy. He and Briscoe each actually picked up a 3rd.
Coach Mitchell is such an experienced coach. You could see when they secured that offensive rebound and they didn't have a clear look at the basket, he wanted them to pull it out. Taking 25, 30 seconds off the shot clock with a 14-point lead in a game like this, it's almost like running the ball in football, Zach. It's just the right thing to do, and experienced coaches know that.
And a quick correction, it's Ragu's first. Ellis still has 2, but Briscoe is sitting on 3. 2 minutes for Marsagi, 4 for Fordham. Up and in off the glass, the lead balloons to 16. What an impressive quick turn 7-0 run for Monsignor Scanlan. As we got a 30-second timeout. How important is this huddle for Christ the King to try and get things together, calm things down, Andrew?
Yeah, no, it's an important timeout. They have to regroup, settle down. They have to find their swagger, find their confidence, and it all starts on defense. When you dig in on defense, good things happen on offense.
And then on the other side, for Monsignor Scanlan, when they woke up this morning, this is their dream scenario they could have thought of, right? 16-point lead. Early 3rd quarter, you're forcing turnovers. You've got guys on the other side in foul trouble, and you've gotten 8 huge points from your bench.
Yeah, no, Coach Mitchell's in a good spot right now. You do not want to become tentative and play not to lose. I'm sure he's having that conversation with his guys. You have to play to win the game, Herm Edwards, and just keep going. Keep doing what you're doing, and don't let them make a run. Now, Coach Arbitello's guys, they have to come out of this huddle with a little bit more juice, a little bit more energy. Loose balls matter, rebounds matter, and they need to knock down some shots.
And certainly if there's anybody you expect to start to get going, you'd have to think Johnny Magna at the forefront of that attack to kind of give them a spark.
Yeah, he does it all for this team. You know, his dad was an assistant coach at Malloy. His mom, Lorraine, played at Christ the King. He really is the engine that makes Christ the King go, and don't count Christ the King out just yet.
16-point deficit. Zach Weiss, Andrew DeLoya. AA quarterfinals. Cardinal Hayes and Nazareth will play at approximately 6:15. Magna, fader, no good. Loose change, grabbed by Briscoe. We'll reset wisely. It's their 9th offensive rebound of the game. But just 3 second chance points. Ragu, leaner. Too strong, loose change. Guess who? It's Briscoe.
Briscoe's energy in the second half has been excellent. Unfortunately, Magna turns the ball over for Christ the King.
Venzen. Briscoe just picked up number 4. You have to make that contest with the score being what it is. But someone's going to have to come off the bench. We haven't seen Fabian Pinnock yet, as you'll see what that 4th foul looks like right here. Someone's got to come in and do something off the bench. No shot attempts, 1 rebound, 1 foul, no assists for the 2 reserves that have played.
Now it makes all the difference in the world this time of year. Foul trouble and then bench support, it matters.
And we will see Fabian Pinnock, who is the nephew of Coach Joe Arbitello. He's the godfather of Pinnock. He's got his twin sister, Josephine Pinnock, Certainly an incredible hooper, getting offers from all over the country. We spoke to Coach Arbitello. Certainly a basketball family.
Yeah, Fabian had a really good game against St. Francis Prep. He's a role player for this squad. Does all the little things, and it's his chance to step up due to circumstance.
And the deficit has now grown to 18. It's a 9-0 run spanning 2 minutes. Thought after that quick 5-0 spurt, things may change, but it's a 21-5 extended run dating back to the second quarter for Scanlan.
Yeah, and it's a shot maker's game. As you see Ellis bang a three, you know, that puts them at 10 of 31 from the field on the day and 3 of 10 from three. So, you know, as much as we talk about all the other things, all the other aspects of the game, you got to make shots.
They're going to have to grab this loose ball. The 50-50s haven't gone their way. That's going to be a foul the other way on Healings, his second, taking Magna to the mat. Ivy League Wrestling Championships and many other levels happening next week. So he's, you know what he'll be watching after the fact, of course. His goal is to be playing next Sunday. We'll see McLaren check in. 10 minutes, 5 points in the first half. We'll play Sawadogo. 9 and 6, 2 blocks with a steal. 3 stocks collectively. That's so solid. Well-deserved break. Bryce King looking to make that run. Pinnock fumble in the pass to get Runjo against Webb. Finds the cutter. Oh, he backboarded by Jordan. Pinnock gets it back and finds Magna. Won't go. Athleticism on display. Webb spin move goes to the ground. Lost his footing. Jordan somehow collects it. Blocked after the fact by Ragu. A full timeout on the floor. A 41-26 game in favor of Monsignor Scanlan Crusaders. And again, can't talk about Tom Konchalski enough. The Bryant Park Grill of Manhattan, Saturday, March 21st at 11 a.m. The buffet luncheon. Talk about guys like Allen Houston being there. You've shared your stories. You know, talking with Zendon on Friday. He was recruited by Tom Konchalski, and you think about guys that work hard. They're everywhere. They're scouting everybody. And that's one of one.
Yeah, no, every gym you went to where there was a meaningful game, you'd see him in the top row with his yellow notepad. And he did a good job evaluating Zendon Hamilton. And Zendon had a nice career at St. John's. And Zendon, as you know, is a color commentator for us here at the Varsity Media Sports Network. And he's a really good guy as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Zendon certainly brings our average height up collectively. I do fall on the shorter side. Zendon got almost a foot on me, but I'd like to think that if we made our way onto the court and maybe I might go 1 for 15 with his hand on. Maybe.
I played against Zendon once, and I made the bad decision of trying to get in his way as he went to the basket, and it didn't end well for me.
Good basketball prowess on your day's broadcast, folks. Nice move, nice feed, and a quick bucket for Jamel Jordan, who's now up to 7. Battled injuries, still figuring things out, but he's getting playoff buckets.
Yeah, for Christ the King, they're being led by Scholar Ragu with 10 points, Magna with 6. Scanlan, Heathrow Healings with 11, and Sawadogo with 9. But it's really their defense which has propelled them to this 43-26 lead.
Venzen, shot out of a cannon. Transition opportunity, Ragu. Fake, take, make. 12 points on 13 shots. You'll take it when you get it, though. 15-point game.
He does a really nice job changing speeds in transition. He's quick, long, athletic. That's what excites the college coaches.
Crowd trying to get the defense going here, bring some energy. Shooting just 31%, Christ the King. Their opponents at 43. Webb against Runjo. Too strong, tapped up. Phillips got it. Likely be looking to push and speed things up.
When you're down 15, you have to set mini goals. And I think the goal for Christ the King right now should be to get the deficit to 10 or less heading into the fourth.
Seeing it on the scoreboard go a long way. Ragu, dangerous feed, taken away. McLaren, I thought he might yam it. He'll still settle for the 2 points.
If he tried to yam it and missed, Coach Mitchell would not be a happy man.
Ragu misses the 3. Long rebound is taken by Ellis. Runjo's got the lane and an easy lefty bucket. 7 points on 7 shots.
Pretty efficient scoring by that man. Actually, he's 3 of 7 from the field.
He's getting there. Certainly want, with a guy with his height, you want to see it at least 50% in these types of games. So if you want to get that under 10 in the next 90 seconds, they'll start with a stop here. Jordan shows the handle, working on Pinnock. Taking him to class, 47-30.
You get the sense that every time Christ the King is just about to make a run, Scanlan answers.
Ragu, reverse, gets the friendly Rose Hill bounce on the Frank McLaughlin courts. 37-32, last minute of the frame. Joe Arbitello calling for a bit of a press. Down to bring him up. Doesn't happen there. Been outscored 18-12 this quarter. They've been outscored in every quarter by 5, 6, and now 6 again. Good hands, but he couldn't take it away. Jordan Hezzy, feed, Venzin. Oh man, that's a tough miss. Oh man, Runjo can't grab it. Butterfingers, Venzin. Ellis is on him. The lane is open, alley-oop to Webb. Rise and jam, Javon Webb.
Scanlan is just playing with so much confidence right now, and they're forcing Christ the King to press a little bit and take some shots that they wouldn't ordinarily take. And now Scanlan has an opportunity to hold for the last shot, and it's really going to be an uphill battle for Christ the King going into the fourth quarter.
Webb working on Runjo. Lost the headband. Didn't lose the confidence. Fully on the ground, 2 points up, 51-32. Javon Webb, little mini takeover to finish the frame.
Yeah, you see here Venzin kicking it to his partner, McLaren, who lobs it up to the big man Webb. He had the headband on the dunk, did not have it on the second finish. Either way, he scored 4.
And we'll have the fourth quarter when we return on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
This is Jalen Brunson, you're watching Varsity Media.
Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Welcome back, folks. Zach Weiss, Andrew Deloya with you ahead of the fourth quarter. You talk about greatness in basketball, it always has to start with Tom Konchalski.
Yeah, and I remember working the Bishop Loughlin basketball camp in 2016, and he spoke to the campers, and what he did is he gave them perspective of what the numbers actually are and how many of these guys make it to the pros. I think the stat was only 5% of guys make it from high school to college, and only like 1% make it to the pros. And so he was emphasizing academics and all the other things you need to have in your life, because basketball does end for most of these guys. And you know, he was such a special man, and the way he delivered the message, he was doing it in the spirit of trying to help them develop.
So as we return to the floor, a 19-point deficit for Christ the King. Scanlan has looked fantastic. Ragu 3 doesn't get the bounce. It's been that kind of day. They're now 13 of 40 shooting field goals. 9 more buckets for Scanlan.
It's every coach's concern when you get to the big stage on a college campus that it's going to alter the way you shoot the ball in some of those smaller venues. So, you know, for Coach Arbitello, it's just not rolling his way today. They're not out of this. There still is a little bit of time, but it has to happen quick.
So the deficit could get above 20. The last time and the only time we saw Christ the King lead was at 7-6 at the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. I'm going to be hoping for as many misses as possible. Finnegan misses on the first.
So when you're not shooting the ball, you have to do the other things. And if you look at the stats, Scanlan has 9 steals to Christ the King's 3. It just means they're being just a little bit more active. They have 6 blocks to Christ the King's 3. And those are indicators of energy points and energy plays. And that's been the difference today.
They missed 2 free throws. Runjo, turn. That's the move you want to see him make. Little drop step, hook it in. They cut it to 17.
That was a beautiful move by Runjo, demonstrating he can handle the ball. Nice little spin dribble and a soft touch on the hook.
McLaren to the dangerous pass. They do get it ahead. Poke by Ragu. A lot of contact. Jordan is hurt behind the play. Ellis, a pull-up. No good. He will get his own. Has it knocked free, and now there's a foul, and Jordan it looks like he's holding his elbow. He might be probably going to go to the bench here. Jordan at 9-2-2 with a block and a steal. Sawadogo and Webb back in after very quick stints. So they do get a second opportunity. Corner 3, oh boy. Nothing. Oh no, 3-on-1 turnover. Venzen will come in. Look, it's only their 8th turnover of the game. It is their second in short order, but that is a tough one. You want to pad the scoring just a little bit because you know a run may be coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Every coach wants to convert on a 3-on-1, 2-on-1, and they missed an opportunity there.
Still up by 17. Ellis has struggled today, just 2 of 8. Runjo. Inside again, his second straight finish.
He does such a nice job being patient inside and taking advantage of his height.
Corner pop, McLaren, money McLaren. They needed some separation. The lead is back to 18.
That was McLaren's 10th point on 4 of 5 shooting and 2 of 3 from 3. In only 15 minutes, he's got 10 points.
Fantastic. Really, not all these teams are going to have impact high school guys. Off the bench, Webb, Euro, and one, Javon Webb. Now with a double-double, 10 and 11 on the day.
You see here, Webb gathers the loose ball, a little high pickup Euro step off the glass, and one.
Have we seen a Webb bucket where the headband wasn't altered?
No, I think heading into next round, if they make it, he may secure it with some clips.
Yes. You always love the headband look. I feel like there aren't as many headband guys as there used to be just across basketball, so anyone that's bringing it back, you love to see it.
Old school headband.
Very old school. Used to get the guys with the double headband. I think Alex Caruso still wears it in the NBA, but it used to be a thing where you get the double. As we do have a shooting foul. It's going to send Magna to the line. Stops the clock. The deficit is back at 20.
I'm a little bit older than you, but guys used to wear wristbands a lot more, too.
I do miss that. Well, it's kind of like that AI era is really where it was kind of at its peak. You saw more, not even just compression sleeves, the wristband.
Just to be clear, not the artificial intelligence era, the Allen Iverson.
Oh, no, yes, yeah. People really think that AI is artificial intelligence over Allen Iverson?
Not me.
AI will never give you the answer. There's only one answer, as they do hit both. We did see Theo Ratliff's twins playing earlier, of course, a one-time teammate of AI. Makai Briscoe has re-entered with his 4 fouls. Alley-oop to Webb. Not there. They're looking for that Showtime moment.
It's tough to keep your team's focus when you have a 22-point lead with 5.5 to go.
Magna going to take it in, and he's going to get free throws. One way to make a comeback when you're down by what seems insurmountable on the surface, but is absolutely doable, is do things like this. Magna, just cut in, draw that contact, get yourself to the line. It's 3 on Healings now.
Nice aggressive move by Johnny Magna attacking the rim, and he's a very good free throw shooter. It's 2 of 2 on the day.
Giving Runjo a breather, probably going to be a short one to get some water. So they downsize with Fordham. That's really the one thing here.
They may actually be looking to go for a smaller pressing lineup to kind of pick up the pace and perhaps go a little offense-defense when the opportunity presents itself with Runjo?
Yeah, certainly. Definitely be a little quicker. Guys will get back. So these are the minutes for Fordham. He's played 4. Pinnock's played the last 7, by the way. He's still in. Good defense from Pinnock, but he's not quick enough. Webb. It's a good foul from Pinnock. Webb did miss his only free throw just a moment ago. The team is 4 of 7. You do want to get as close to the bonus as possible, at least so for later in the game.
Nice little dish to Webb from Tull. Webb has done it all day long. He's had a really, really nice day for Scanlan. He's actually a teammate of Josiah Jervis from Stepanak on the New York Wrens AAU team. Also plays with Elijah Joseph from Iona Prep. So he's playing some big-time basketball in the offseason, and that's why the senior is so highly touted. He has offers on the table from Manhattan, Hofstra, LaSalle. He's a big physical body who can score.
17-point lead as Webb does sink the first. Christ the King currently with an 8-7 fourth quarter edge. It's the only quarter they've won. And of course, there's still 5.5 minutes, but dropping those first 3 quarters all by multiple possessions have added up to the score we see now.
And that put Webb at 12 on the day, leading scorer for Scanlan.
Magna gets fouled again. That's on Tull, his second. He's playing right now because Venzen's sitting with 4. I see a lot of offense-defense subs. With Briscoe's got 4. Runjo is back in, folks. Hey, points off turnovers. Talk about the giveaways. This is our big difference. An 18-point game, and Christ the King is minus 16 in points off turnovers.
Yeah, it makes all the difference, and that was a concern of Coach Arbitello heading in. You know, Christ the King has put a lot of points on the board in their last couple of games. They had that 101-98 win over St. Francis Prep in the semis, and then 68 points in the chip against Holy Cross, and now they're stuck in the 40s here with 5 to go.
And they're able to force the backcourt turnover. Magna might have shown us a potential dunk if that had not gone out. He and Pinnock were both there.
And good hustle by McLaren as he almost ran into the Paul Gilvari and Mr. Ray Nash on the sideline.
We got a timeout on the floor here. Got a full timeout. And we will take a quick break. 58-42 lead for Monsignor Scanlan on the Varsity Media Sports Network. All right, folks, welcome back. We got 5:15 to go, down by 16, but with possession. What do you want to see from Christ the King as they try to make this huge comeback, Andrew?
Well, Coach Arbitello does such a good job with ATOs, after timeout plays. You hope they can get a quick bucket here and then set up their pressure. They have to string together a couple possessions in a row. He's probably saying to his team, hey, let's get 3 stops in a row, and then let's see what happens on offense. Let's be aggressive. Let's attack the rim. Let's get in the paint and kick it out. You need guys like Ellis and Ragu to get hot. You need Magna to continue to get into the paint. And, it's easier said than done. It's a good plan. Let's see if they can execute.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the averages. Magna 16 a game, Ellis 17 a game, Ragu 17 a game, all 3 below. Usually it's a trade-off. Oh, they got the steal. Transition. Laid up and in.
And that's not what you want to see after the timeout. That one stings. It's a double whammy. You burn a timeout, now 2 turnovers in a row.
Transition once again. Javon Webb, he tried to lob it. They still get the points. Healings with 13. There was some hope about 20 seconds ago, but 20 points under 5 minutes is tough. This is an amazing effort from Scanlan. Runjo. Gonna go to work on Sawadogo. Ellis takes the lane. Impressive bucket over Webb.
Great move by Ellis.
Look who's behind the play. McLaren again. That's the 6'11" run, Joe, just being there that forced that one. Pinnock, toughness, what a take. They still got to go fast. Long way to go here. Fabian Pinnock to the corner. Magna. Oh, he does draw the foul on Javon Webb. Number 2 on the big man. Free throws number 6 and 7 of the quarter. They're just, 7 and 8 of the quarter. They're 6 for 6 in the frame.
Yeah, you see here Magna receive the ball in the corner. Nice little step-through move. And when you attack the basket, good things happen. It's great to get points while the clock isn't running. Magna now 7 for 7 from the free throw line.
Some great news for Scanlan fans here that Jamel Jordan is just fine. He is back in the ball game.
One bright spot for Christ the King. They are 11 of 13 from the free throw line. Unfortunately, they're shooting from two-point range at 35% and from the 3 at 21% is going to ding you a little bit.
Most days you love to see 85% free throw shooting, but when you're 35-21 on your other splits, certainly not ideal. But if they got it back to 16 pretty quickly, there are 4 minutes. It's a long way to go if they're pressing. And Scanlan continues to struggle at the line, just 2 for 5 in the frame. There is time. Crazier things have certainly happened, but it's going to start on the defensive end. Oh, that's not going to help from Webb. See if they call that it is a jump ball.
I'm so impressed with Briscoe's energy and effort here in the second half. He's been all over the court. I know he's got 4 fouls, but he's laying it all on the line for his team.
17 big minutes from him. We saw that nice Euro earlier in the first half, which we replayed for you, folks.
His coach calls him a junkyard dog. He's a senior who wants to win, and you can see it today.
They nearly steal the inbounds, not quite. Pinnock getting to the ground. He had it for a moment. They need a stop. Jordan 3. No. Webb. Tip. Rebound Magna. That's his 7th board of the day. Collado reaching from behind. Magna around the contact. And an offensive foul on Johnny, his first personal. 4th turnover. Claren, huge showing with his 12 and 3 assists off the bench. You told us before the game, Venzen's gonna be limited to about half the game because of foul trouble. You wouldn't see a 16-point lead for Scanlan. McLaren's done such a nice job.
Yeah, 18 minutes of play, 12 points. Excellent.
Briscoe forcing the steal. Magna, the future LaSalle Explorer, getting to the line again, where he is 8 for 8 on the day. Maybe not something you want to say before he shoots, but.
You see here in transition, the little in and out dribble. Drew the contact, attempted to put it in high off the glass.
And you see why. First he has to shake off Webb, then Jordan comes in, 6'3", just starting to understand his athleticism from Coach Mitchell. Now you do send a guy 8 for 8 at the line for 2 more. He stays perfect. Up to 12 points now, Johnny Magna. 7 boards, 5 assists, a block, a steal. This is the closest they've been this quarter. 10 for 10.
This is the way to do it, just chip away.
Jordan breaking through. Dwayne Mitchell's telling his guys, slow down, slow down. He's thinking about using a timeout there. He'll hold on to that. .15 on the timer. Jordan hangs, missed. Briscoe can't grab it. Let's see if it's on Briscoe, he's gone. He's not the only one in the area. It could be Briscoe or Fordham. It is Fordham. It'll be his 2nd.
You see here, Jordan with the shot off the glass.
Yeah,
the rebound by Healings. And those are the loose ball plays, the offensive rebounds, the hustle plays that add up over the course of a game. And Scanlan has just been a little bit quicker to the ball tonight.
And you look at the size difference. There's another missed free throw. And offensive rebounds have been solid both ways. And the second chance points haven't been a significant factor. But for the team that's trailing, to have 13 offensive rebounds and only 5 second chance points, that is something you can't ignore.
And Scanlan with 40 paint points versus Christ the King's 26. With all that said, it's still 14 with 3:15 remaining.
Second free throw, much needed from Healings, who's now sitting on 15. Make that 14. That leads the squad. Up ahead, Magna. Able to draw fouls all court. He's gone to the line 5 different times, hit all 10. Tough, leaner, yeah. And a quick timeout will be a 30. I mean, essentially, we're saying play it again, Johnny, all quarter long. He's been huge.
Look at this, the good footwork, going to his left, off the left foot, across his body with the runner. Nice soft touch.
12 of his 15 have come in the fourth quarter. He's made all 10 of the team's free throws, and certainly have guys like Ellison Ragu around. He has the opportunity where they can't double, they can only really single cover, and he's taking advantage of it, getting to the bucket.
Absolutely, he's getting into the teeth of the defense. You know, Coach Mitchell is speaking about that in the opposite huddle right now, trying to prevent that.
Now imagine, Andrew, they didn't have the turnover, which led to the full court lay following that timeout. 4-point swing could be a 9-point game instead of 13, but they're still in it with 3 minutes left.
Yeah, those are the plays when you're watching the film that keep you up at night. And as a coach, it's always difficult when you can't change it and you wish you could have it back. But with all that said, Coach Obertella has his guys fighting, scraping, and clawing right here to the end.
3 minutes on the clock. See if Scanlan punched their ticket to the semis. Dangerous pass. Healings with a good hands and speed. Hayes and Nazareth playing next. The winner of this will play the winner of that here on Wednesday.
Yeah, the Hayes-Nazareth matchup is such an exciting matchup. Should be an up-and-down game. Both teams pressure on defense, have quick guards. It's going to be fun.
Joe Lodes, Gary Irvin, both very excited to continue today.
The shot clock operator in that one is going to have a tough time getting his paycheck.
That's also the pace you love to see. You know, you want to see teams as another missed free throw. They're 3 of 8 in a quarter. They're 4 of 4 before the fourth, and it's something you love to see. You know, offensive talent on both sides, and guys that are just getting theirs. It's gonna be who's gonna get the stops late in the game. Really gonna, what it's gonna come down to. But we still got 2:42 in this one before we can go that far. Split by Venzen, 5 points in his limited action, and they're gonna press. Not gonna give him anything comfortable. Pinnock pushing across. Gets it to Runjo. Missed. It's underneath. That is considered out of bounds. It doesn't happen very often. They still have the ball. Dwayne Mitchell saying, that's our ball. That's our ball. Officials come together.
The nice thing about
yes, it is.
Being up top and doing high school games is the refs can't come over to the monitor. It's against the rules for them to utilize the technology. But
so you're not a fan of replay?
I am, just not at this level.
Fair enough. Oh, wait, they just overruled the overrule. It is staying. All right. 64-50, got to get it in. You don't have to use a timeout here. Runjo up and under, and the foul. Philip Runjo with 13. Still alive.
That's a big-time move. What a great bounce pass by Magna to thread the needle. Runjo handles it, goes to his patented spin move, and then the step through, up and under, finish with the left.
3 fouls on Javon Webb. As they trim it to 12, 13 and 5 for Runjo. We talked about he was struggling early. He was 2 of 7. Made his last 4 from the floor. Free throw is important. Big man missed it.
Yeah, it was so important for that free throw to go down because they were trying to get their pressing lineup on the floor.
Alley-oop near half court to Webb. What a dime by Healings, his 5th helper.
Yeah, by them not getting their pressing lineup on the floor, the backside of the defense was open.
Foul there. Jordan might have been thinking dunk. Now, for all the guys that have tried to dunk, that have thought about dunking, it's been one light, but it still absolutely counts. He's got hops. One light Javon Webb slam that we've seen today.
This time of year, the points matter more than the dunk, and any coach will tell you It's 2 either way.
That's right.
And guys like me who could never dunk will tell you that 3 is more than 2.
Absolutely. And sometimes you go for the poster, you lean with your knee, you pick up an offensive foul, or if you just avoid the guy, lay it in, you're getting your 2 points. And it's the crowd pleaser move. And it's the momentum changing move in certain situations, but it's not something you need. It's something you'll take if it's not going to cost you anything. 2 minutes left. They get it to Webb. Alley-oop to Healings.
That was different. That was special.
All right. Took it away.
I have a feeling.
That's 2. Jamel Jordan, Andrew, back-to-back yams.
Bang, bang. And I have a feeling that Chris Sweeney is doing some editing, and that will be featured on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
As we get a 3-ball from Ragu, leads us to a 30-second timeout. I mean, what was it, 60 seconds ago we're saying no dunks, no dunks, and now we've seen 2 in a row. Look at this.
Yeah, you see here Healings to Webb, back to Healings for the bang, alley-oop 2, and then the man, Jamel Jordan, a different Jordan with a bang.
It's just Jordan up there. So 70-56 our score. I mean, they were making a run, they cut it down, and then all of a sudden 2 jams.
Yeah, all the momentum shifted back to Scanlan.
And as we look back across the CHSAA boys basketball playoffs on Varsity Media, the Brooklyn Queens, you see Christ the King taking down Holy Cross, New York Archdiocese, Stepanak over Cardinal Hayes, St. John's Prep beating St. John's by the Sea. We brought to you Friday, Cathedral Prep over Kennedy. We're live right now at the quarterfinals. We got the semis for you Wednesday, the final on Sunday. You got Dylan and Andrew going to bring you some great basketball. And that's a travel. We're not going anywhere yet.
Yeah, and on Wednesday and Sunday, my promise to Dylan Butler is to be a good teammate and make sure that I bring food to the table. And I know he's challenged me to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I will go to the hospitality tent and make sure that we are all well nourished.
Oh, there is no backcourt. They goofed. Runjo got fouled, though. So when you're inbounding the ball, it's more of the modern rule across. You can throw the ball in the backcourt. He didn't realize he could touch it in the backcourt. Thankfully, Runjo has free throws, but when you talk about the hospitality suite, that play, certainly not one that's going to endear them to one another, but the good news is they still get free throws.
Exactly. And Philip Runjo has come on late here. He's got 13 points on 6 of 11 from the field. He's only 1 of 3 from the free throw line.
Lane violation if he misses. Yeah, they should get that one back. No? Did Webb hold it? They're saying no.
That was a clear lane violation.
He's getting it back.
He's getting 2.
Yeah. Because we're supposed to hear a whistle, not just them pointing.
Exactly.
Because we can see it, but a lot of folks are not watching with the same vantage point. Yeah, there we go.
You see Malik Fields in the background getting ready for Cardinal Hayes, speaking with his skipper, Coach Lowe.
That's your Quinnipiac Bobcat right there. And I'm really excited to see him, about 18 points a game.
Second leading scorer in the league. Back here, Runjo with a second.
He gets only 1, but Ellis does get the rebound. Magna thought about the 3. He's going to bring it in. Reverse and 1. There's time in this game, folks. Suddenly it's 11 again. They can make it 10 with Mr. 10 for 10 at the line, shooting another.
Triple threat, Magna, baseline rip. Reverse Steve Nash English off the glass, and Magna's going to the line for the 3-point play.
So to anybody watching the 4-foul club, Healings, Venson, and Webb are all members now. They just got their punch card. 10-point game, minute 31 left.
And Johnny Magna, 11 for 11 from the free throw line.
And they're all in the 4th quarter, too, which is just incredible. So timeout taken. As Christ the King going to want to set that defense. See if that is a... So now it's a full timeout taken by Scanlan. We'll take it with you. 70-60. We got more ball. We got an exciting finish on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age.
Our follower base across social media is 75,000 strong,
and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
Every day opens a new door to grow, to build relationships. Every moment, a chance to do more. To buy a home, grow a business, start a family. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Welcome back, folks. The deficit was 22, 3 minutes and 20 seconds of game time ago, but Christ the King having by far their best quarter. 32 through 3, 28 in the fourth alone. They've cut it to 10, and they're picking up the press again.
Did you really think Christ the King was going to go away?
Never. Oh, they stole it. Venzen just fouled out. Ellis is going to shoot 2. Wow. Look at this.
Good job by Ellis getting in the passing lane, shielding the basketball from Venzen, drawing the contact, stopping the clock, giving his team the ability to set up the press.
This is a very impressive turnaround. Christ the King is on actually, all right, so here's the fact. So we'll get it in a second as the first free throw is good. It's an 8-0 run over 25 seconds.
And you were getting the feeling after the 2 highlight reel dunks by Scanlan that all the momentum in the world was heading in their favor.
They've certainly said otherwise. It's an 8-point game. They're almost out of the have to foul, can just pressure situation.
Or try to get a 10-second violation.
They could. Jordan struggling with it. McLaren is fast. And a foul is called. Mimics the dunk, reminding us that he almost dunked twice earlier in the ball game. They still got bounce. Now he's going to have free throws. They're just 8 for 13.
McLaren, 12 points in 20 minutes, 5 of 7 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3. He's had a really, really nice day for Coach Mitchell.
Some key free throws for the guard. McLaren.
Only a sophomore, Zach.
And misses the first free throw. They're 4 for 10 in this quarter. I've never seen a team plus 11 from the line in a quarter. And it's not the game, but a quarter. And makes. And he misses 2. And Magna steps out of bounds. He should have left it for Runjo. Runjo had that. And you probably get it. He wants to grab it and run, but first you need the ball.
It's the second time in this game 2 Christ the King players have fought over a defensive rebound, and it's gone against them.
Foul by Fordham. He's got 4. Marsagi hasn't checked in the second half, so you're likely looking at, well, I mean, they've been going in and out anyway, but now it's another player with 4 as he joins Briscoe.
Yeah, you see Coach Mitchell, he's done such an incredible job with this team. He was a Rice assistant under Coach Mo Hicks. He led Rice to an intersectional final in 2011. Took over Scanlan June 2012. The team was 0-12. And since then, they've been consistently in the mix. And he's done a really, really good job with this squad. And as we mentioned earlier, his associate head coach, Bevan Robin, does an amazing job. They both work together at Rice High School. And
they finally made a free throw, Andrew. Now 5 for 13 in the quarter and 9 of 17 for the game. It's a 9-point game with just over a minute. Ragu for 3. Old board Ellis right behind. Cross court to Pinnock. He hasn't scored yet. He's going to have free throws, and that will be on Finnegan, his second, I believe. So, you know, that's Sawadogo. It's his second.
You see the skip pass to Pinnock. Quick decision drive. Drew the contact. If there was not a foul call on that, it looked like Runjo was going to pick up the offensive rebound.
Certainly. Put him in a good spot. He averages about 2.4 a game. There's the nephew of head coach Arbitello, and he misses on the first attempt. Briscoe back in. That one turnover when Magna had the rebound for a second. A killer. Pinnock gets the split. Tull is in.
8-point game, 58 to go.
Jordan, tip by Ellis, steal. Ragu, foul. Oh, back rimmed it. He back rimmed. We're gonna see again how close that was to going. And we thought that was in. He does get free throws though.
You see here on the press, Ellis doing a good job getting hands on it, throwing it to Ragu. Ragu, good head fake. If he used the glass on that, that would have gone down. And you just get the feeling that Scanlan is getting just a little bit tight, a little bit stressed about the comeback. Earlier in the game, they were playing loose. They were flowing. They were making things happen. And Christ the King has gotten the momentum in their direction. It may be a little bit too late, but time will tell.
And they're shooting 7 of 11 in the quarter. Christ the King 7 of 12. It's the turnovers, by the way, have really ratcheted up. We have 34 combined now. Ellis with a huge missed, or Ragu rather, with a huge missed free throw. Does get the second. They trim it to 7. Thrown ahead. They turned it over again. Magna lays it in. Clock's supposed to stop. Clock should stop after a made basket, correct? They should have 2 more seconds on there.
Clock does not stop in high school basketball on a made basket, only at the college level. But we'll see when they call the timeout. Let's look to see when the official's arm goes up. When the official's arm goes up, that's when the clock stops.
So it's a 5-point game. Thank you, Andrew. They've come all the way back. We did not expect a 22-point deficit at 4:54 to be 5 with 44.5.
We have a game. It doesn't matter what happened before. It's a 5-point game with 44.5 to go. Christ the King with an opportunity to set up their press. You know Coach Mitchell is drawing up a press break that may be a little different than the ones they've used. And Christ the King is talking about getting a steal. And then the next conversation is, who do we foul? And if you look at the stats, who for Scanlan, take a look. Tell me who from Scanlan they might take a look to foul.
No one's really had rhythm at the line. They've only had 1 2-for-2 trip at the line in this game. It happened earlier in the third.
So they may want to take a look at foul McLaren because he's 0 for 2. But at this point, the first priority is to try to get a steal. Great pass over the top. Good clean foul by Ragu.
His third. So 2 shots. They're 5 of 13 at the line.
I think the officials have done a really, really good job on this game. We really haven't noticed them, which is the ultimate compliment you could pay to them. One official that we want to pay a little tribute to is John Letcher, the commish. He was a referee from 1964 to 2010. CHSAA supervisor of officials from 1988 to 2019. Everyone loved him. He possessed a calming presence, had a gift for lowering the temperature in tense situations, and passed away this year. The game is over, but the legacy lives on. So 2 legends, Tom Kinchalski and the commish, the official, John Letcher.
As Healings, the team high 18 as he hits the first free throw. He's now 3 of 5. Another big one that can make it a 3-possession game with a hit. Man, they just can't buy it. Tip. Magna's got it. 2 on him. Got to get rid of this thing. Runjo. Not the pass they're looking for. Does find Ragu, though. 6-point game, 30 seconds. Open 3. Pinnock. Got it.
Bang!
1-possession game. Look at this. Look at this. The nephew delivers.
How about this? Runjo, a little inaccurate with the pass. Great athletic play by Ragu, drawing all the attention. Pinnock wants the ball in the corner, gets the puppies set, backspin, follow through, rotation, 3. We got a ball game.
A 1-possession game. That's a 19-point swing. A 16-2 run in 80 seconds. And certainly the only more impressive runs, and you have to call to mind, there's McGrady, there's Miller, and there's the Royals as a team.
I don't know if we can be friends if you brought up the Reggie Miller comeback in the Garden. I just don't know.
It's the sequence. It's not.
I don't know if we can do it.
We can keep it at McGrady. We can stick to McGrady.
Please, if you don't mind, please.
We got a Tracy. Yeah, also too soon because of the first round, the third round rather last year, and then he was right. Yeah, no, I got you.
A lot of time here, Zach. 28 seconds. Christ the King has their pressing lineup in. Scanlan has struggled a little bit against this pressure. Coach Arbitello having a conversation with Mike Sessions on the baseline.
Suddenly a one-possession game, and you'll probably get a lot trickling in. We're ready for the 6:15 start to see another amazing finish before they go back and watch the next. The ball gets into Healings. They got it ahead. Sawadogo, blocking foul. Briscoe is gone. Certainly a bang-bang play. That's tough to lose him on that. See, get another look.
Yeah, you see here they break the pressure.
He clearly moved in there.
Yeah, he got in just a little bit late. That was the right call by the officials. Sawadoga's a big body attacking the rim. And that was the right call.
3-point game. They're 6 of 15 at the line.
We have the benefit of instant replay. That's a great job by the officials getting it right in live time.
Sawadogo got it. He's the 5th Scanlan guy into double digits. 21.9 on the clock. Second, off. Magna lost it. All right, they got the ball. 73-69, 20.9. Ronjo saying, move up, guys, move up. There should be no one down the court. You're going to have to get this thing across. Still time to go for a 2, correct here, Andrew? No need to force the 3?
Yeah, you have time to go for a 2, especially when you got this guy.
Magna's going to the line for attempts number 12 and 13 of the quarter. Attempts number 20. We've had 39 free throws in the fourth quarter. This will be 40 and 41.
You know, you asked me the question about going for the 2. The only thing that comes into play now is with the new free throw rule, there's no more 1-and-1. So if it was a 1-and-1 situation, you'd be more apt to go for the 2. But with the other team automatically getting 2 free throws, sometimes the thought process is to go for 3, thinking that at a minimum they're going to hit 1.
And it's crazy that we've seen Scanlan take 17 free throws. They have not had a 2-for-2 trip the entire quarter.
And on the flip side, Johnny Magna has not missed.
No, he's not. They call him Mr. 11-11. Mr. hoping to be 13-13. So 2 big ones. He's up to 20. He has a double-double, by the way. 20, 10, and 6. Magna. This is why you take thousands and thousands of free throws in the gym. You're making at least 100, 200, 300 at the end of every practice. So fluid. He's going to be a LaSalle Explorer soon.
You look when he lines up for the free throw, he's got perfect balance, perfect backspin on every shot.
And it's a 2-point game.
Back tip.
There's the foul. He's going to have to hit 2 this time. If that's Fordham, he's gone. And I believe it is. All right, so they had the 2 guys that were going in, out, have both fouled out. So
at this point with 14 seconds left, you go with your lineup. You need Runjo in there for the rebound. Pinnock showed that he can bang a 3. You got Ellis and Ragu who can all hit 3s, and Magna's a big-time player who will find these guys in transition.
So all eyes on Heathrow Hawkins Healings. He's 3 of 6 at the line. The odds say he's expected to go 1 for 2. Gets the big one, so at the least they cannot fall behind. Now, if you're Dwayne Mitchell, you telling your team to foul, not allow the 3 here?
So there's 2 schools of thought on that, and that's a great question. I think you play it out. A lot of bad things can happen. You could foul a shooter, shooting 3 in the motion. On the free throw line, they can get an offensive rebound and 1. So right now, you're definitely not fouling.
Yeah, up by 4. They finally break the free throw curse and hit both.
Now right here, you want to get the ball in Magna's hands. and you want Johnny Magna going right at the basket and putting pressure on the official to make a call.
Here we go, 10 seconds to go. Still down 4. Magna, corner, 3. Ellis, no. Magna gets it back. Magna's foul with 2.8.
Oh, now the discussion becomes, do you miss the second free throw?
If you do hit both, you could guard the inbounds.
Or you could hit the first
and tap out
and have Runjo tap out to one of your 3 shooters. But either way, you know, it's going to be a tall task.
And by the way, Webb fouled out, so that's a big factor for this situation.
With Magna on the line, the way he's shooting free throws, you may go for the 2 and then put a lot of pressure on them to get the ball in bounds, to your point.
They lost Webb, they lost Venzin. No one is slated to foul out with the next one on the other side. Yeah, they got no size in here. Well, Sawadogo's a big fella down there. He's grabbed 7 rebounds, 2 blocks, but it's not quite like having Webb.
Coach Arbitello, I think, is just going to let Magna bang the 3s because he put Runjo back to protect for the over-the-top inbound pass. And it looks like he's going to bring Marsagi in defensively.
He's now 14 of 14 in the quarter. So here's this big, Runjo's not inside.
The other thing is you could put Runjo on the ball.
You could.
And make it difficult for them to get it in.
Magna's 15 of 15 in the quarter. Big, taken from the movie Rebound 2005. Let's get the big man, guard the inbound. Big Wes. We have a timeout first with 2.8 to go. We've had quite the ball game, and folks, Varsity Media Sportscast are keeping fans, family, and alumni connected. You get games like this one. You had a fantastic lacrosse battle over on the island with Marquette and Harvard yesterday. Any team can order. 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. That could be your athlete right there. Getting interviewed by Ben Turchin in the spotlight, the man himself. Look at that. Look at the excitement there. It's just locked in. Saying, what you saying, man? Look at the response. 2.8 to go. We have had an unbelievable ball game that it seems like it's going to be one side. Make sure to like, subscribe, notifications on the Varsity Media YouTube. Unbelievable game. Inbound pass to come. This will determine it all. Runjo is off the floor. Marsagi is in. Essentially, you get this thing in, you hit your first free throw. That could be it. Here we go. 2.8. Foul before. I mean, that might have actually been intentional to save time.
I think that they were just being aggressive. I think the ultimate goal is to get a steal on that. But listen, you're putting a lot of pressure on them now. And now, how quickly can you advance the ball? You have to get your shooters in the right spot.
So the first free throw is really where the eyes are. If you hit the first and they grab rebound, and you miss second, could potentially foul, or when you hit both, I mean, that's it. Let's see.
I would like to see Ragu and Ellis spotting up and Magna.
Oh, all right.
We got a game. We got a chance.
We got a game. They're going to have a chance to tie or win, depending on this. We are putting everyone back. There's no one inside. They might want to change that. Yeah, good job by Marsagi. He hadn't played in about, it feels like an hour and 25 minutes of real time, just getting on the floor and defending well on that inbound. Give him some credit. He's now the 6th man without Fordham and Briscoe. Here's the big free throw to make it a 3-point game. Got it. They're going to have to go the length of the floor and hit a miracle shot to tie. Ragu! Oh, it was close. Scanlan holds on. It feels like they just survived a full New York marathon as they'll breathe and advance to the semis in an upset.
What a game. Great job by Coach Mitchell and his guys coming out and going after it. And tremendous job by Coach Arbitello and his squad fighting back. Johnny Magna with a big 4th quarter. Never say die mentality. You can see why they're such a successful program, and what an exciting game we had here on campus.
So let's look back at some of these best moments from the Scanlan victory.
You see the pick and roll action early. Sawadogo with the finish. The lefty finish by Skylar Ragu on the other end. The runner by Johnny Magna and the soft touch. The alley-oop Webb back to Healings. And Mr. Jordan, number 0, bang with the dunk.
All right, folks, that'll do it for Game 1. Our executive producer, Ben Church, and technical director, Chris Sweeney, Zach Weiss, and Andrew Deloy. Our camera operator is Peyton Brophy. We got more basketball in about 15 minutes. It's Hayes, it's Nazareth, and they get the winner of, actually, they got Scanlan. Scanlan will be watching to see who they play next. Thank you for watching this Varsity Media production, and we're back very shortly.